Coming up on Bear News, the Student Senate election is over, but we don't know the winners yet. We'll tell you why.
Student research projects are represented as a part of the Academic Excellence Week. We have the full story.
We've got all that and more on this episode of Bear News.
Don't go anywhere.
The Trump administration's relationship with Russia raised questions, but not anymore. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson arrived in Moscow Tuesday with a demand about Syria, and reporter Mohammed El-Nemer says Russia wasn't happy.
After giving several statements about the future of President Bashar al-Assad, Donald Trump ordered U.S. forces to strike a military airport in retaliation for a chemical attack that left more than 80 civilians dead. The U.S. says the Syrian government is responsible for the atrocity. Tillerson carried a message from world powers to Moscow denouncing Russian support for Assad. He met foreign ministers from Group of Seven in Italy where they discussed the message.
The U.S. is grateful for the statements of all of our partners who have expressed support for our timely and proportional response. As events shift, the United States will continue to evaluate its strategic options and opportunities to de-escalate violence across Syria.
Tillerson also said that Russia failed to carry out Assad's promise in a 2013 deal to give up chemical weapons, but Russia accused Syrian rebels of carrying out the April 4th sarin nerve gas attack and the United States of illegal aggression on a false pretext. Reuters reported that Russian President Vladimir Putin believed Washington planned more missile strikes and the rebels were planning to stage chemical weapons attacks to provoke them. But Trump denied any further plans. Tillerson met Putin and told him that the relation between the two countries are at a low-level point. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and Tillerson expressed agreement to support a political solution in Syria, but Tillerson declared the Assad family's rule is coming to an end. The visit to Russia is a turning point for the Trump administration, who's in the past alarmed allies by voicing skepticism about U.S. vow of support for traditional friends while also calling for close ties with Russia.
After refusing to meet with Tillerson at first, Putin finally met secretly with the Secretary of State after Tillerson ditched his press contingent.
Donald Trump's nomination for the Supreme Court, Neil Gorsuch of Denver, was finally sworn in as 9th Justice on the United States Supreme Court on Monday. He became the 113th Justice in the history of the court. The Senate confirmed Gorsuch's 54-45 Friday after the Republicans invoked a nuclear option to overcome a Democratic filibuster. He took the judicial oath from Justice Anthony Kennedy at a formal ceremony at the White House Rose Garden. Gorsuch thanked the President, key Senate and Republicans, and his family, friends, and allies for helping him to reach the apex of the federal judiciary. Gorsuch also paid special tribute to Justice Antonin Scalia. President Donald Trump described Gorsuch's appointment as a great honor.
It's something so special. In fact, I've always heard that the most important thing that a president of the United States does is appoint people, hopefully great people like this appointment, to the United States Supreme Court. And I can say this is a great honor.
Justice Gorsuch takes his seat in the middle of the Supreme Court term with a heavy workload ahead. While Gorsuch takes his seat, some Bears are waiting to hear election results. The Student Senate election polls are closed, but release of the official results is scheduled for tonight. Active grievances are pending and had to be filed by Monday, April 11th at 5 p.m. in the Office of Student Life at the UC or with the Student Rights Advocate. We will have a full update with the results in our next show. Stay tuned.
I'm sure all of campus is enjoying the summer-like temperatures. How are Greeley's current conditions looking, Abigail?
Currently, it's 79 degrees with winds at around 21 miles an hour and sunny skies. And I think the weather knows that summer vacation is right around the corner, just a few weeks away, and it's tempting us with these nice warm temperatures like we've seen today. Definitely a lot of people got outside today enjoying the sunshine, as you can see out here in front of Lawrence and Hall. Tomorrow morning, we're going to see temperatures around 50 degrees for the start of your day at around 8 a.m., warming up to around 60 by 10 a.m., so you bet it's going to be warm tomorrow. We'll have your full forecast for tomorrow and more.
Many teachers expect students to edit each other's papers, but thanks to Canvas, peer review is easier. Reporter Stephen Rice shows us how easy it is.
This paper was what peer reviews were on, but thanks to Canvas, this is nothing. In this tutorial, we will discuss utilizing peer review for assignments and discussions at the modification level of technology integration. Students reviewing each other's work and leaving quality feedback directly on assessments is an amazing strategy that improves student communication skills and feedback. Any assignment can be set up as a peer review assessment. There are a few options that we have to point out. First is the privacy. Teachers can select this so they can only have to see the reviewer and reviewee, and the reviewee and the reviewer can't see who reviewed them. The other part is the feedback section, which can create a redefining task in constructive feedback. This shows that we are always learning. These aspects can be put through discussion reviews or a class chat. This builds on the learning and trust for the student with the class. These helpful tips on Canvas peer review can help us succeed for the future.
Reporting from the BearNews editing studio, I'm Stephen Rice, BearNews.
This is a great tool to make paper writing a little bit easier.
But even the best writers know college is hard. What may be even more challenging? Finding that perfect job post-graduation. Luckily, UNC's Career Services is making this task a little less intimidating with one of the largest teacher employment events in the region.
Today is Teacher Employment Days. It is a two-day event where school districts, charter schools, different schools are here to recruit teacher candidates for full-time positions to be teachers. There are 159 school districts at Teacher Employment Days and about 500 teacher candidates applying for positions.
For student Elizabeth Smith, this opportunity makes all the difference.
I'm a future special education teacher. I have talked to a few districts in Colorado Springs, talked to Castle Rock. Also, I've talked to Denver and San Antonio, Texas.
With all of the stress that comes with interviewing, Elizabeth says it is comforting to be on home turf.
I'm a student at UNC, graduating in May. I went through the special education program, so it's nice to have it somewhere where I'm familiar with and that I know where it's located and have experience with.
Overall, this event supports future teachers and builds UNC prestige.
I think it's pretty cool that UNC was founded as a normal school and continues to be well known for an event where teachers and school districts meet up to meet our qualified candidates.
While the annual spring event is the largest of the Teacher Employment Days, another function is held in October for the mid-year hires. Coming up after the break, Abigail has your full weather forecast.
Kids will spend 8 minutes decorating their little brother.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back. We've got quite a few cloud features that are pretty interesting on the satellite today. If you look over both oceans and over kind of the mainland here, you can see some altocumulus clouds, which are giving the satellite a bit of a speckled look, which are kind of cool. Looking over Colorado, we see a bit of a cloud system moving in and a bit of the snowpack still in the Rocky Mountains, but these clouds aren't reaching us on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains. Looking at the radar, the closest storm is in Oklahoma, so not much to see here. Current surface analysis is showing us that a warm front is moving through and a cold front is kind of trailing behind it. That cold front isn't going to affect our forecast very much, but if you look on the current temperature map, we can actually see these fronts outlined here. Here was about where the warm front was, and here's about where the cold front was. And as you can see, the warm front's kind of bordering these pink and yellow and red temperatures indicators, and the blue line, which is the cold front, is indicating more of those colder air systems moving in. Here are the current temperatures over Colorado and the Central Plains. Most of the Central Plains is staying at around 70 degrees and up to 80 degrees. Looking ahead to our 5-day weather forecast, we see this trend continuing with a high of 76 tomorrow and only warming up from there with a temperature of around 71 degrees for Easter Sunday and warming up to over 75 degrees on Tuesday. Stay tuned after this break for more.
All right, give me a spot. You know my motto, safety first.
They could be dangerous. I think we should call animal control.
Animal control?
To be safe.
Don't worry.
Just...
I got this. It's a new motto.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who don't need perfection. They need you.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. Got it. No.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Have you ever wanted to experience what Hawaiian culture would be like? UNC's Hawaiian Club did just that for the Greeley community. Reggae music played in the background while people conversed in a relaxing environment. It made for a perfect Saturday night. The night progressed to a delicious dinner including kalua pork and shoyu chicken. But we can't forget about the best part, dessert, including butter mochi and hao pai. Once everyone pleased their stomachs, members performed different Hawaiian dances, each presenting a significant meaning. Dancers began with Waikoloa, a song describing the beauty and what the island has to offer on the Kona side. After intermission, they continued by dancing Motuiuta Clint, a song about a beautiful city in Tahiti called Motuiuta and all the wonders it used to hold before it became a landmark. To end the night, members invited the crowd up to the stage to see if their hips don't lie. If you want to feel like you're on vacation in Hawaii, the Hawaii Club will host their 27th annual luau next year. Are you or someone you know interested in graphic arts, videography, web design, writing, or public relations? Are you searching for a job for the summer or next academic year? If so, then go to the Creative Works Fair and check out on-campus jobs for the University Relations team. The fair will be held on Tuesday, April 18th from 2 to 4:30 p.m. inside the Columbine Room A in the UC.
Speaking of creativity, every year the university presents Research Day in early April. It's a day when students show off their academic work. This year's event took place last Thursday at the University Center. The program allowed graduate and undergraduate students to present their research and projects all day long. They presented projects in different ways, from oral research sessions to poster presentations. The first ones were conference type. The other students showed their research in a room where people could walk around and ask them about their projects. This was just one of several Academic Excellence Week events. Some were university-wide and others held by colleges. Continuing with the events that took place during the Academic Excellence Week, the College of Humanities and Social Sciences Honors Convocation took place on Sunday in the University Center ballrooms. This annual event recognizes outstanding students nominated by their departments, undergraduate researchers, as well as faculty award winners. During the event, one of the main points was the attitude of the UNC students, which Dean Laura Connolly called praiseworthy. 2 BearNews alums took home awards, and my co-anchor, Michaela Lander, received an award as a News and Multimedia Journalism Student of the Year.
And former director Jackie Polizzi received the award as the top Journalism and Media Studies student.
BearNews would like to congratulate all winners from the convocation.
And that's our show for tonight. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll be back next week.
Until then, stay up to date on our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, BearNews98. Be sure to like us.
And a big thank you to Peak Stucco & Stone for their help with our brand new set. Have a great week.